Hey guys, welcome back. We are doing lesson 12 in phonics. So let's get busy. I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, Unit 2, Lesson 12. All right. Your learning targets. I can read and write words with the U spelling. The U underline E says you. Okay. I can ask and answer questions about key details in the story, fuzz, and Mel. Today's sound is U, as in cute. The U and the E, remember, are working together to make one sound, the U sound. So repeat the following words that have the U sound in the beginning. Excuse me. You, use. Repeat the following words that have the U sound in the middle. Cute, cube, mute. Repeat the following words that have the U sound in the end. Cue, few, and pew. Notice on few and pew, there's no U there. It's spelled with an E and a W. Okay, that gives the U sound. Awesome. Next. Is this a vowel sound or a consonant sound? The U sound. It's a vowel sound because your mouth is open when you make the sound U. So I'm going to say a number of words. Some of the words will have the U sound in their middle sound and some will not, okay? So raise your hand when you hear the U sound. So our first word, hat, hat. No, it doesn't have the U sound, does it? No. What about cube, cube? Yep, your hand should go up because I hear that U sound. Great job. What about mute, mute? Do you hear the U sound? Yep, your hand should go up also. What about red, like the color red? No, it has the eh sound, doesn't it? It doesn't have the U sound. What about the word mutt? Mutt. Do you hear the U sound there? No, you don't. Even though it has a U in it, it doesn't have the same sound as the short. What about our last word? Mule. Mule. Do you hear the U sound there? Yes, you do. So your hand should go up. Great job. Okay. So the U sound, notice it is in green because it is a vowel sound. Also notice the power bar is not very long either because this is not a common spelling. The word on the bottom of the card is cute. Remember that E is a magic E and it tells that U to its name. Cute. But then you've got the word cube, mute, and flute. So this is how we write the U sound. We have the U, the line, and the E. Today's spelling is another separated spelling. As you can see, we've got the long A, like a name. You've got the long I, that's right here, like in time. You've got the long O, as in note. And you've got the long U, as in cute. And notice all of these words have that magic E because that E tells that A, that I, that O, and that U to say their names. So let's practice reading words with this spelling, U, E, with the sound U. Okay, there's the sound, U. So let's say this word, cube, cube, because that E works with that U and says, say your name, cube. U. Ah, what word is this? Mule. That E tells the E to say its name again because they work together, and you've got mule. Good. U. What is this word? Cute. Because the U and the E work together to make their sound. Says its name, cute. Remember, U and E, it is a vowel. And the power ball is shorter than normal. Cute. So this spelling is going to be darker on our worksheets or in our stories for the next few lessons also. So when you see it in our stories, you will see it highlighted a little bit. So let's look at worksheet 12.1. So 12.1 there. On 12.1, we're going to look at that example at the top. We've got the word cut, t, right? Has 3 sounds, and it's spelled with 3 letters. But let's look at the word cute. And I'm still going to hold up 3 fingers because if I segment that word, t, how many sounds was that? 3. So you hear the 3 sounds because why? The U and the E work together to make the U sound. All right. So let's talk about some words. I'm going to dictate some words. All right. I'm not able to write them on the board. I'm in a room that I cannot use the word. Okay. So on number 1, let's write the word cub. Cub. How would you spell cub? C-U-B. Good job. All right. So if we do our word alakazam and we add that magic E to the end of it, we have a new word that is spelled. What would that word be with C-U-B-E? It would spell the word cube. Cube. Good. Let's go to number 2. Number 2, let's write the word tub. Tub. How do you write tub? T-U-B. Good. Now let's do our magic word, am, and let's write the next word over here on the other side, T-U-B. Now that E tells the U to say its name, so what is my new word going to be? Tube. Good. Tube. So let's go to number 3. It's a 2-letter word. Let's make the word us. Us. U-S. All right. So let's say our magic word, alakazam, and write U-S-E on the other side. Now, what is that new word? It's use. Use. Good. Those are all long vowels. Great job. Okay, so let's go back into our story here. All right, so We just dictated words over. So now we're going to go into our whole group reading, Fuzz and Mel. Fuzz and Mel. So the story today is called Fuzz and Mel. Today's story is about two characters named Fuzz and Mel. This is a bedtime story that Gran tells Josh and Jen when they're having a hard time falling asleep. So let's preview some vocabulary. We have the word tale, which is another word for story. Another word for story. Then we have swell. Swell means it's excellent. And our next vocabulary is the shakes. That means when somebody can't control their body, they're shaken, like they're scared or excited, maybe. All right. So let's listen to the story to find out who Fuzz and Mel are and what adventures they have. So let's get back to our story. Hold on, my friends. I'm getting there. All right, Fuzz and Mel. Now, Mel is missing off of my title. So let's read. The kids are in bed, but they cannot sleep. Gran, Josh yells. Gran peeks in and asks, what is it? We cannot sleep, says Josh. We cannot sleep. Tell us a tale, says Jen. Now, what are these little things right here around all these words? These little things right here. Do you remember what those are called? Quotation marks, because when somebody's saying something, it's in quotation marks, right? Good job. Okay. And we just said one of our vocabulary words. Tell us a tale. What is a tale? It's a story. Good job, friends. Okay, says Gran. This is the tale of Fuzz and Mel. And there's Josh and Jen and Gran getting ready to tell us a tale. Once there were two cats named Fuzz and Mel. Do you know who the proper nouns are in that sentence? You're right, Fuzz and Mel, because remember, proper nouns have special names. Good. Fuzz was a cute cat who did his best to be safe at all times. Mel was a brave cat who had a fast plane. Fuzz, Mel said, we can take a ride in my plane. Fuzz said, well, the thing is, I like to be safe, and I am not. So does it sound like Fuzz wants to ride in Mel's plane? Doesn't, does he? Why do you think? Do you think it's maybe because he wants to be safe and he doesn't think he's going to be safe in the plane? Could be. Now notice, we have 3 dots on a lot of these sentences down here and 2 dots. Those are called ellipses. Ellipses, and they tell us to take a pause between words. Okay, so let me read it again and I'll show you again. Okay. Fuzz said, well, the thing is, I like to be safe, and I am not. Could you hear the ellipsis there? Yeah. It is safe, Mel said. Jump in. Do you think Fuzz wants to get in that plane? I don't know. Let's see if he jumps in. Do you think he's going to by that picture? He looks kind of scared because his paws are up at his face, doesn't he? Oh, one shaking. Could be. The plane went up, up, up. A duck came up next to the plane. What a swell duck, said Fuzz. And what a swell plane ride. Why was I so scared of a plane ride? So, do you think maybe now that he's up in the plane, he's not so scared? Hmm. Do you think he's going to stay this way throughout our story? Do you think he's going to be okay with the plane ride? Well, let's see. Oh, look at that. He looks happy, doesn't he? Yeah, he's got a smile on his face. Then Mel made the plane zip from side to side. Buzz did not like that. It did not feel safe to him. Then Mel made the plane dive. Zzz, went the plane as it dove. Stop, said Fuzz as he held on to the side of the plane. Not safe, not safe. So, what do you think Fuzz is going to say to Mel? Let's see. Look at his look. He looks like he's holding on, doesn't he? Mel set the plane back on the land. Fuzz felt sick. He had the shakes. Ugh, he said. That's the last time I ride in a plane with Mel. I wonder why he won't ride with him anymore. Do you think it's maybe because he did that nosedive and he wasn't ready for that? Probably so. And there's the picture. Okay. So let's go into our questions. We have a worksheet page that we can do now about Fuzz and Mel. So, which cat is a brave cat? Who was the brave cat? Do you remember? Was it Mel or was it Fuzz? Did Fuzz like it when Mel made the plane zip and dive? Oh, I don't think he did he? I think he was holding on for dear life. He was ready to get out. I think I would have been a ride around with him if I was in a plane ride with my friend and he did something like that. I would be scared too. Now look at this picture. What you're going to do on this page is you are going to retell this part of the story that is shown in the picture. Okay? So make sure you look at the picture very well and use capitals and punctuation. Okay? Make sure you also turn it in after you've completed it. So let's go back to our lesson here on slides. Okay. So were there any parts of the story that were confusing to you? I didn't have any questions either. What did Jen and Josh ask Gran to do for them? To tell them a tale, which is another word for a story. How would you describe Fuzz? Fuzz, he was very brave, wasn't he? And Mel, he was kind of scared. That's what I would think. He was more safe. He didn't like things to be not normal for himself. What do Fuzz and Mel see on their plane ride? Do you remember what flew up beside the plane? Oh, yeah, it was a duck, wasn't it? Did Fuzz like his plane ride? You know, I think at first he did his plane ride, but then when Mel did that nosedive, I think he decided he didn't like it anymore. I think he got scared. You know how I know he got scared? Because he had the shakes, and you could tell by his facial expressions too. Fuzz and Mel will continue to be friends. Oh, I'm sure they're going to continue to be friends. I just don't think that Mel will with Fuzz again in a plane, but I'm sure they will be friends. So you do have a home worksheet. It is this one right here. It is 12.3, and it's the tape. It is a review of the tape. So just practice reading it. You don't have to turn it into me or anything, but just practice reading it, okay? Get myself back here. All right, so your learning targets where I can read and write words with the U spelling. I can ask and answer questions about key details in the story, Fuzz and Mel. All right, guys, that's the end of our lesson. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.